Good morning, everyone. It's Mike from PC Classic Cars, back with another test drive video. Today we are in my really cool 1973 Dodge Challenger with a 383 and an automatic transmission. All right, so again, we have a 73 Dodge Challenger. This is a vehicle I actually have owned a couple times. I sold it to a really good buddy of mine a couple of years ago. He did a few things to it and was going to do some more stuff and was just kind of turning over his collection. So I ended up getting it back from him. It's a great car. It is originally a G code 318 Challenger. Now has a very strong running 383. Unfortunately, I don't know exactly how many miles are on the 383, but it's strong. It was in the motor, or excuse me, the motor was already in the car when I bought it the first time back in, I think, 2021. Again, really well balanced 383, 727 behind it, shifts great. 8 3/4 rear end. Has a little bit of gear in the rear end, but you can still cruise at 65, 70, even 75 miles an hour before you get wrapped out. You have a nice Be Cool aluminum radiator, power steering. This one is power brakes. I believe it's discs. Let me check real quick. I don't want to tell y'all wrong. Yeah. Power steering, power discs up front, still drums in the rear on this one. Again, drivability, as you can see, for a Mopar, it's a great driving car. Exhaust does have nice headers, full aftermarket dual exhaust. It's got MagnaFlow mufflers on it, good tailpipes, has the tips coming out the back. Not terribly loud, but has a good muscle car sound to it. On the interior, you have a really nice black interior. Seat covers are basically new, door panels have been replaced. Dash pad looks good, fins up on the dash where it's supposed to be. Gauges are easy to read. You do have an aftermarket oil pressure gauge under the dash with great oil pressure. Speedo's working. This does have a full aftermarket MSD ignition setup on it. That's going to be most likely why your tach is not working. You can buy a tach adapter. Again, I don't know exactly if that will take care of it, but that is my guess. Usually when you have a full MSD setup like that, usually your tach's not going to work right unless you have the adapter. So that's where I would start to get the tach going. And then the other items that are not working is the speedo does work, but your odometer and your trip meter are not rolling. So probably the little gear in there, which again, not a huge deal. And then your dash clock, the dash lights are dim, and I believe that was it. Take a look at my Does It Work section, just in case I'm missing something. That Does It Work section is really gonna outline what works and what doesn't work on the car, so make sure you check that out. It's posted on the website at the end of the photos, as well as in the additional informations tab. Like any Mopar, you do get some little rattles. The center console, the little lid, moves around just a little bit. You do have a, there we go. As I say that, I can't get it to close. Oh, because there's a remote in the way. There we go. Got it to close now. Glove box opens and closes properly. Back on the interior, seats are again really nice. Nice carpet, nice floor mats all the way around. Inside the trunk is very clean. You do have a little bit of age on the wood grain trim paneling. Center console one looks newer. But over here, there's some little imperfections on the dash, on the wood grain. Temperature gauge has come up good, so we are going to get in the throttle here. Well, shit. That ran better than I thought it did. That motor's strong. Got good power. That transmission shifts spot on. This does have the slapstick shifter, so if you do want to bank gears, you can. I'm not a 383 guy. If I'm going to have a big block, I really like a 440. But that 383 runs good. This is a fun car to drive. Underneath is super solid. Floors are great. Frame rails are great. Inside the trunk, drop downs. Very solid car on the bottom. On the exterior, I do not know what the original color was due to the fact that I don't have a fender tag. I don't see any other signs of any other colors besides blue. The vinyl top's in nice shape, the paint's in nice shape. A couple small little imperfections down low on the passenger side on the lower rocker. A couple other little miscellaneous nicks around the car. It does have the full blackout treatment. You have 16-inch wheels up front, 17-inch wheels in the back. Again, everything's blacked out. It's a real custom look. Normally I like the stuff stock, but this car has a really cool, again, custom aftermarket styling to it. Just sets it apart from all the rest of the Challengers. And again, this car freaking drives really, really well. I am not a Mopar guy. I say it in a lot of my videos. I'm a Ford nut. I'm not a Mopar guy in any way, shape, or form. But I really like this car. I love the color combo. I like the way it drives. It does have an aftermarket compressor mounted on the front of the engine or on the top of the motor. I do not know the condition of that compressor. There is no other AC components. Most likely, when this motor was put in the car, they were planning on doing aftermarket air, but it never got done. So if someone wanted to do vintage AC, you could, but this car does not currently have AC. Heater core's hooked up. The blower motor's a little weak, but if you're doing aftermarket heat and air, that's all going to be changed anyway. Suspension is all stock. Steering's all nice and tight. Doesn't have that crazy Mopar play. It's actually a lot tighter than what you'd expect. The brakes work really well. Stops it true, stops it straight. No suspension rattles, no steering shakes or anything like that. Doesn't pulsate back to the pedal when you hit the brakes. Again, mechanically a great car. Downshift's great. Has a hell of an exhaust note to it. All your glass is really clean. Windows roll up and down like they should. Some little vertical streaks on both windows. A few little wiper marks that could probably be polished out on the windshield from both sides of the wipers. Back glass looks good. Rear view mirror is easy to see out of. Side windows are nice. And I'm going to go ahead and bang it down into all of our gears here, and we'll slapstick through all three of the gears. Really impressive car to drive. Love the fender mounted turn signal indicators. Also your turn signal indicators on the inside of the dash here as well as the outside of the car, they all work. In my additional informations tab, again, that doesn't work section is going to be posted along with photos of all the imperfections around the car that I find. If anybody needs anything else, do not hesitate to reach out to us. Myself or one of my two sales guys, Scott or Jake, can help you out. We're always willing to FaceTime, get you guys extra photos, videos, pictures of anything that you need. I always want all of my customers to know exactly what they're buying before they commit to buy anything. Full transparency here at my dealership. I'm not here to hide anything from anybody, so always an open book when you give us a phone call. Great driving car. Overall, super impressed with the way that it performs out on the open road. Super solid underneath. Engine base, very, very clean. Obviously, it's got a lot of the aftermarket polished components in there, not the original motor. It's got the nice aftermarket radiator. Just a really good, clean setup in the engine bay. The trunk is painted black with a trunk mat. I would personally have that repainted the exterior color of the car because that's how Mopars are supposed to be, but the engine bay is body color. It's a lot easier to paint the inside of a trunk than it is an engine bay. So again, I would do AC, I'd paint the inside of the trunk, and I would drive the wheels off this car. And we'll go ahead and we're gonna roll into the throttle one more time just because it is a frickin' blast to drive this car. We'll shut it down before we end up in this guy's back seat in front of us. As always, I really appreciate y'all stopping in to watch another one of my test drives. Make sure you check out that virtual description video. Make sure you check out the additional informations tab. I hope y'all have a great weekend. I'll catch you guys on the next video. And I think I'm gonna go drive this Challenger a little bit more because it is an absolute blast to drive. Check out the merch on my website up at the top, pcclassiccars.com. Brand new live site for merchandise, hats, t-shirts, polos, anything that y'all would want. Check that stuff out. And again, catch you guys on the next video.